I am going ahead and making myself a nice cup of tea. The water is boiling in this, I don't understand why there's a pair of scissors there, but let's just ignore that. I'm boiling the water in this percolator, just like a half a liter, a little bit more. And in here I have 2 tablespoons of green tea, 1 tablespoon of, I think it's called Melissa. I don't know, but it's a really nice herb. And then a tablespoon of mint. And I'm gonna add in some fresh cinnamon sticks. And I'm gonna pour this hot water over it and let it. Now it has come time to replenish my water source. So this has 2 liters. I mean, it doesn't have 2 liters yet, it's quite empty, but it has the capacity to hold 2 liters of water. I try to get in about a gallon of water a day just because I want to be hydrated, especially since I'm in phlebotomy school and we do like blood draws on one another. I don't want to be too difficult of a stick, and so I like cubed ice. And then el water. Of course, I don't drink my water out of that. I usually just fill it up into this water bottle that I got from Walmart. It has gone through quite a few things. It's fallen under my car quite a few times. I can't remember exactly how many times, but it has survived. Gravity has yet to win. Well, I mean, technically it won because it dragged it, woo, but it's got some resilience in it. So as you saw in the last clip, I made a bit of a mess, but now that I have like the dressing ready, I'm going to God made these. Someone planted them and now they're here. But I'm gonna chop up the vegetables so that I can add them on to the dressing. Now, I'm gonna start off with the lettuce. Obviously it's optional. Like, first off, I don't know why I put black pepper into the dressing. I usually don't do that. I think I was feeling a little inspiration from all the videos I've been watching, but traditionally, like in a Mediterranean tahini salad, you don't. I should probably make these smaller. Anyways, you can put like any sort of vegetable you want, but the one thing that I would say you should always put in is like a hot pepper. Now, since this is my first video, I wanted to mention that I don't eat a specific diet. I just eat less, and I do fairly follow a Mediterranean diet because I am Mediterranean. I'm from Palestine, and so my diet tends to be on the healthier side, but the issue that I've always had is an issue of overeating, and so that's what I'm trying to control now. Now, with that being said, this meal I would believe it like would work out for someone who's on like a low carb diet or someone who is keto, because of the fact that the salad is very, very low in carbs but high in fat due to like the tahini and the olive oil. Now for me, in order to regulate the amount of calories I'm consuming, I'm not going to eat too large of an amount of it because of how dense it is in calories due to the high fat ingredients. But if high fat is what you're looking for, tomatoes, I would only recommend putting tomato in there if you're making like a smaller amount, because if you like put it in the fridge and it stays overnight, it'll get way too watery and the texture of the tomato will change. But if you do like the flavor of the tomato and you're making a larger amount, then I would just add the tomato in on a day-by-day basis. I think I'm only going to do half a tomato, mainly because I don't like tomatoes that much, but I feel like they add in a little pizzazz. So just chop it up quite small, because as I said, don't like tomatoes. But now the peppers, you want to cut those up very tiny. I am not a chef. I barely know how to chop. Sometimes I chop a little bit more than what I want. Like sometimes it's my finger that I end up chopping, which is an issue. I think you're supposed to like hold the knife like this to avoid the finger chopping thing. Just my hand's not trained to do that. Give me an arm and I'll poke it for you. I mean, I can do like medical things, but like vegetables, that's a different thing. I do my own way. The way my brain tells me to do it, I do it. Okay? And lastly, I'm gonna put in cucumber. Now, a lot of people put in fresh parsley. I love fresh parsley, but I hate cutting it up. I hate chopping parsley, and I don't know what it is. One thing I did want to mention is that I don't really count calories for vegetables, because they're so low in calories and so dense in like nutrients that I don't think it's worth it for me to become so stringently like addicted to like, or obsessed with like counting calories to the point where I'm like negating health just to eat less. And so like obviously, for example, diet soda has 0 calories. What's better for me, a diet soda or like lettuce? Which lettuce is also very low in calories, but lettuce is probably much more nutritious for you. So now we have brought our friend back in, which tastes amazing, I will tell you that. I know I just had a fiber one, but I'm honestly so hungry. I had a really light lunch, and so I have this Fit Crunch bar that I found at Costco. The macros are like not awful, but like the ingredients aren't really clean, but I already bought them, and so I'm eating them, and I have to do some reading for school. Looks like a fun time. So I'm making a small salad to have with my dinner. I'm gonna start off with some arugula because I love arugula. I'm gonna take a handful of it, place it on my chopping board. Here is the knife. I'm gonna chop it up, not too small but not too chunky. I'm in the mood for a chunkier. salt, a little more salt, dry mint, so it's now time to put the whole dinner together. I have some rice that my mother made, and I'm going to do half a cup of that, which I googled, and that's about 100 grams of rice. So we're gonna, that's 63 grams. 103. So that's about it. And then last but not least, I'm actually not going to weigh this out just because I really don't care about the weight. I'm actually at a pretty big calorie deficit right now. I've only had 500 calories today. And so I have like a lot left. So I'm just going to put as much salad as my heart desires. Yes, of course I spilled some on the counter. And yeah, that's it for dinner. I might have a snack at the end of the night, but that's it for